somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, welcome back,
Cotter.
and happy Saturday. I don't know why I do that.
It's okay. It's energetic.
I miss not talking with my hands. If I was
Chrissy, how can you miss not talking with your hands?
Like if I don't use them, I feel
You
like
always use them.
I know.
There's no missing.
That's true. All right. Let's see who's joining us
God,
today.
I feel like we're on graveyard shift or something.
Well, you're always kind of on graveyard shift, especially last night.
Oh my God, I could not sleep after our dream class. It was so much fun.
And you got to tell them what you were smelling.
I think I had a visitor last night.
I think you did. It
Yeah.
sounds like it. Kind of a little smelly visitor. That sounds really bizarre.
I know, it does sound bizarre, but it's like I kept smelling like somebody, you know how you, in a gym, like a high school gym, after you've had gym class,
Yes.
and you're going to change, and it just kept smelling like that. And I was accusing my husband of leaving his shoes out, and there was nothing there.
It wasn't that.
No. Oh, that's
Dad.
okay, Roxanne. We missed you, though.
Hey. Hi, Stephanie.
Hope everybody's doing okay in Hawaii. There's flooding
Yeah.
and everything, so
Oh, my gosh.
yeah, let's hope everybody stays safe. Yeah.
Yes. For
Nana.
sure.
Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Sade. Hi, Nat.
And neat.
Neat. Weaver. I wish I could do that.
All right. Yeah. Aloha to you, too.
Yeah.
So, Vera.
I know. Did you feel like dead space right now?
Well, feeling dead space. That's what you were feeling last night because the
Dead
smell, the scent
Yeah.
was actually, you feel like it was.
It was like a teenager, but I kept seeing
So it was a spirit it was a spirit that was visiting you.
And they had those kids. Remember in the
The
old
kid shoes?
kids? Yeah, and it has that little circle thing, and they're high tops.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was.
But I just thought it was. I thought, well, I better clean my closet, 'cause But then afterwards, I kept getting all this stuff. So
I think it's interesting because it's like, okay, that was obviously a message for someone. Whose ever loved one might have passed when they were a teenage boy, I guess.
I guess it has something to do with the high school gym, for some reason. So the plot thickens.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
we'll see if he comes back.
yeah, somebody who might catch this video
Hey,
might go,
Tiffany.
"Oh my gosh,
Hi,
that's a
Sunflower
message
Sun."
just for me."
Yeah, I love that name. I love sunflowers.
Sunflower Sun. Yeah. Oh my gosh, last night's class was so fun.
It was fun. It was really fun.
I really enjoyed seeing everyone's crystals too. You
I
guys
even
had nice collections.
I have a war wound too. The selenite.
yeah.
The selenite got like a splinter of the selenite got in my finger. Yeah. So be careful with selenite, the rough kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's beautiful but dangerous
I
sometimes.
know. Beautifully dangerous.
There we go. Another thing I thought was really cool. You were telling me about this morning, but you didn't really have a chance to go into it last night in the crystal class. I know Sammy brought it up a little bit. Was about how you were a keeper of the crystals in the Lemuria life, but there was more that you were sharing with me this morning. It's just so cool. I wanted you to share it with everybody.
You did?
Yes, it's really cool, you guys. So in that lifetime, you were also saying that there were beings from other planets that were giving you crystals
Hi, Sheila.
and
Hi,
the
Chanel.
information, the knowledge on how to use
Sheila.
them. And back then, it was much more believed and understood that we had visitors from other planets. It wasn't like now,
Oh, yeah,
where it's like,
people
oh,
make
you're
fun of
just
you.
crazy,
Yeah.
We don't need. Well, I won't go there. I was gonna make some Space Force jokes, but anyway. But you were in communication with these extraterrestrials.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, that's where Jackie was, where you Jackie from, because she was in our class last night.
Yeah.
And she
That's
was
cool, huh?
coming from other planets with crystals. So it's just
And her daughter.
so amazing that it's so cool how we're in life again together.
It just
the group,
circle.
right?
Yep.
But I just thought that was so neat that you were getting this information because, I mean, we know we are discovering that in ancient times and throughout history, we have gotten information from other worlds.
And who was it? Somebody lately just saw.
Oh, it was Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, Springsteen
right?
saw an
A flying disc or something.
Something like that.
I didn't read or I didn't hear. I just heard it through you. That's it.
I thought I heard it through you.
Oh, no, you told
Where
me.
Where did I hear it?
You told me from somewhere.
Oh, John told us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's
Hi,
really
Mario.
interesting. It's just so cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Selenite is perfect.
Yes.
Yay, neat.
That was my first selenite. Was this beautiful opal that you oval that you gave me. That was selenite. I love that.
Yeah. Hi,
Be
Sammy.
happy. Mario.
I like that. Hey, hoy.
Yeah. Hey, hoy.
I guess we should be talking and not staring at the screen.
Okay.
Because it's rather boring to look at.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was really cool, I thought.
Yeah. It was just a fun time. I mean, everybody got to engage and use their crystals as well as other crystals that we recommended and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
it was fun to hear everyone's stories
Yes.
about their favorite crystal.
good job. Oval is cool.
It has sparked a road trip to San Francisco.
Yes.
Hate Nashberry.
Yeah. We are going on a road trip.
Yeah.
I tell it to you.
Yes.
And we'll have TAC as our
It's our guide.
guide. Yeah. I thought you were going to say our gummy guide.
I was good. I don't know why. Never mind.
Okay.
I was thinking of a show I saw where the person was always saying that they're a humble guide. I'm your humble guide. And so
Oh, humble guide. Got it.
Not gumball guide.
So how are you guys doing?
Yeah, how's your Saturday afternoon or morning?
Or how did
Or
your
evening.
week go? Exactly. We've just been like so busy. It's just amazing.
Time is flying by. I can't
Yeah.
believe it's already.
And thank you guys for
3/4 of the
subscribing
way
because I'm
through
able
the
to
year.
start doing
Yeah.
the birthmarks because all of a sudden I went from having a binder full to none.
Yeah.
Because if you're not subscribed, I'm not going to be able to answer,
Right. So please subscribe,
Yeah.
and then if you have your question,
Yeah,
leave it
you.
in the comments.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
leave it in the comments, and
Yes,
then of
it's been
course
busy.
it's the luck of the draw
Right.
because once they start pouring in, it's
Yeah.
hard to keep up.
Yes.
So if you
Yeah.
need a more immediate answer, you can always go to our website because Vera has services there. To
It is a
answer
beautiful
questions.
day. The
But
sun
there's
is
a fee.
out.
There's
Yeah.
a fee on the website if you go there. You get your answer right away, but there's a fee, and it's more involved, right? Because this is like a little brief.
define right away
Well,
because letter questions sometimes take a little
that's true.
because I have such a long list.
Yeah, you're just busy,
Yes, thank you.
but it's exciting, isn't it? Because it shows.
Well, I like you be happy. I like that moniker, so keep that ups and you can handle the downs.
Amen.
Yeah. May you have a reading if you want to go online and sign up for one. That's great. Right now, we're not offering readings online yet, right?
Right.
Soon.
But soulsenlightenment.com, that's
Right.
where Vera has different
And
services that you
there
can
is
check
a
out.
fee when you go on the website, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the last thing is we have
But you can put your name on the comments and we can put you on a wait list once you're subscribed. And then
Yeah.
we'll go from there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's for a more brief answer on
Right.
YouTube. Whereas if you go in and have a reading or a letter question
Yeah.
with Vera or that kind of thing, it's going to be more involved.
Yes. It's
how
a
it
very brief on
correlates
the
with
website.
this life.
Yes. Yes. It'll be exciting.
Okay. So things coming up. We have our a nonprofit website also, and it's sesouls.org. And there we have an angel class coming up in April. And we also have a colors and chakras class coming up. I believe it's May.
Yeah.
But you can check those out there. And our next spiritual gathering is March 28th. And
Yeah.
that's for free, actually. The classes have a fee, but the spiritual gathering is just
Yeah.
a nice time to get together on Zoom, a face-to-face connection, and just have an hour of spiritual conversation,
Yeah.
meditation, and yeah.
Exactly.
I was gonna make a prayer joke, you know. Our favorite prayers will be there. Just kidding.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah, inside joke.
Right, Sammy?
That's funny.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I would say Atlantis, wouldn't you?
Which life came first, Atlantis or Egyptian? Ooh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
I figured Egyptian was earliest, but I don't know.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know. We have to. Oh God, I don't know. Egyptian.
Because I mean, the Egyptian, there was the connection with the other
right.
worlds too. It's
Yeah.
so fascinating.
I know. And maybe it was like kind of the same time. Because you don't live forever.
So smart.
Yeah. So there.
She always thinks outside the box. That's why we have new information. Very cool.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah. That's
Which do you
amazing.
think it was?
Don't you
Roxanne?
think it's fascinating how in these ancient times they might have called the civilizations back then primitive, but
Oh,
look
God.
how evolved
So
and
evolved.
technical really that these civilizations were, and we talked about it last night, used the power of crystals to do so much. And then over time now, I mean, we are discovering these things, right? But we're not as open generally to getting that knowledge
Oh,
from
thank you, Shika.
other worlds and that type of thing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
Hi,
that's
Purple
awesome.
Fuzzy. Yeah.
It is the best therapy because it gives us answers, the past lives and the information that you give us, Vera. It gives us answers to our soul, It's
Yeah.
not just the physical or the traditional medical type of, which is important, but then there's not just that, but then there's also the information from the past
Yeah.
lives, and then it just resonates in the soul because all healing starts on the
We
emotional
tend to
or
swing
mental
on-
plane
yeah.
and then manifest.
We tend to swing on a pendulum. It's like it's very spiritual or it has to be all scientific. There's a happy medium. They're both
Absolutely.
significant. So you can't, poo-poo one and not the other. You know what I mean? It goes
Exactly.
together.
Exactly.
It should anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense because a lot of times, so many things are the pendulum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes we're either unempowered or we're overpowering, and then
Yeah.
we want to find that
That
So
happy
it's-
medium. Yep.
and be happy in the middle.
There you go.
All right, Vera. What would you like to start off with today? Do you want to start off with the past life or with the birthmark?
Let's do Birthmark.
Okay.
This is Jill Page.
All right. Should I just go ahead and start reading the whole question?
Sure.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
I was wondering if my birthmark has meaning and hoping you can help. It's the color brown like a regular grocery paper bag, just a couple of inches higher than the middle of the thigh on the back of my leg. Semi-oval, 4 inches high on the right side, but slims down to about a half an inch on the far left, rounded on both sides. It's smooth, flat like the rest of my skin, just a lot darker. My mom says that it was only about the size of a pea on my bum when I was born in 1973. It grew and moved down as I grew. That's interesting.
I know usually it's the other way around.
That's so fascinating, really. Okay, so as she grew, it moved down. Once I stopped growing, my birthmark stopped growing. I've always been very self-conscious of it and would wear shorts and skirts long enough to cover it, even when wearing a swimsuit. I would wear swim shorts or a wrap over it, which seems silly, especially since I do it as an adult as well. My siblings always said it looked like a potato. If you have any insight, that would be wonderful. Thank you, Jill. Well, Jill, first of all, thank you for your awesome question because
And
it's
thank you
very
for it
thorough.
being long.
Yeah, it's very thorough. That works out really, and gives us all a good visual, a good
Yes.
idea. I think
I
that's
love 'em like
fascinating.
this,
I think
yeah.
it's fascinating how it moved. That's
I know,
interesting.
yes,
I cannot
yeah.
wait to hear about that.
Well, what I got for Jill is that she was married. Her husband had this huge villa, but it was like it was a farm, but it had this huge villa in front of it. So they were wealthy. And they used to sell the crops to the government or whoever was in power.
Okay.
So they would be able to take it to grocery stores or whatever they had back then. And it was like, it's either in Argentina or Peru, one of those. I keep getting more Peru, but it really doesn't matter where. And there was so much food that there was a lot left over. Mm-hmm. So they would just, how do you say, plow? Plow it back into the dirt.
I see.
I think that's what you say. Yeah, they would plow it under. So it used to drive Jill to distraction because it's like, why? And the people that were working the farms were the poor people.
And they're hungry. They needed food.
And they would not let them have, I mean, it was very structured the way her husband had it, very efficient, and it was like, that was his business, right? So she would sneak every once in a while, and she had this little cart, and she would take down, and she would walk 3 miles down and 3 miles up.
Wow.
Yeah, every week to go give them what she could.
That just gives me chills because it's just so kind and loving.
Yeah, so once your husband died, it was like, oh no, I'm doing it my way.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you had it to where anything that was left over or that they had more of, she would put it into that cart thing, and she was the one that kept doing it. She could have had people take it for her.
Oh, really?
But she had a thing with the people. She just loved going over there, and she would start giving them even recipes.
Aww.
And she would give them recipes, especially for the potatoes.
Really?
Because we're more filling.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so she would give them different recipes so that they could fill their bellies much faster than it would be with the vegetables. Of course, you needed them both, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's neat.
Yeah. So they called her the Potato Queen. And she loved it. It was just amazing. So there were, let's see. Yeah, you did that. And so the reminder of that birthmark is that you take care of your fellow man. It's not like taking any more money out of anybody's pocket. It's being destroyed. So you might
exactly.
And what is happening nowadays too.
Right.
But I guess it happened back then too. But so there was a little accident that she had as she got older, and she hurt her leg.
Oh.
Because she started getting so tired that one of the workers would carry her in the cart with the potatoes and all that stuff. She would just sit on top, and then he would take her down. But they had an accident, and her leg got crushed.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the leg where she has the birthmark.
I see.
So it was like, it did not deter her. It was like she convalesced. She couldn't walk anymore. Because, her leg was just crushed. So, but she would still have them to carry her down, but then she got gangrene and so that's how. But it was like a huge celebration when she died. People they were going up, and there was like flowers up and down that 3 miles
for the potato queen.
I know it sounds so silly,
so cute,
but
though.
It's so endearing. She had so much love.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah.
I just think it's neat.
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting how it traveled down her leg.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me, it's kind of symbolic how she would travel down to the people.
And then back up to the house.
Oh,
yeah.
that's neat.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool, I thought.
Wow.
There you go, Jill. You potato queen, you.
I love that.
Yeah.
I bet she's never going to look at a potato the same.
Exactly. I mean, she had other stuff, but there was a lot more potatoes. So, because she knew that would fill them up, right? Yeah.
The potato queen.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had a past life reading with, oh. Yeah, sorry to hear about your mother.
Huh?
I was just saying. Okay.
Well, I didn't get to see that part.
If you need an answer, ASAP, okay.
A little bit more. I guess there's no more.
I love that. The potato story. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
That's
there
really
you go.
cool.
We keep reading. I'm so sorry.
I know, it's, you know.
And then we
it's-
watch it back and it's like,
I know.
we're all just staring at a
I know.
screen.
Sorry, you guys. It's just, we get involved in what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting to us, you know, and sometimes we want to comment on it
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So please forgive us.
Okay, so the next
Okay.
one is
Now
Thomas Nolan.
Back to our
Thomas Nolan.
subscribers. Okay.
Yeah.
You ready?
These ones are dear to my heart because I have insomnia too. So that's like, it's like, you want to be able to give them respite because you know how it's so desperately needed, you know?
Yes.
So.
Yes, that's tough. I mean, when you can't sleep. So I'm really interested to see what this answer is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and read Thomas's question.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. So Thomas's question is, hi ladies. I've had long-term insomnia on and off since December of 2019.
That's interesting.
Is there any past life connection to this? Thank you. It's been very debilitating.
Okay, well, it'd be interesting to find out how old you are at 2019. But you've had several lifetimes where they could be linked to the insomnia that he's having now because of the cell memory of his past lives. And one of them was a military life, and you were the commander actually of the unit, and you were a hands-on guy. You were, if your men did it, you did it. You wouldn't have them do anything that he wouldn't do himself.
I like that.
Yeah, so he was, I mean, they loved him because they knew he had their back, they had his back kind of thing.
That's very honorable and respectful.
Yeah. So the guy that was on night watch, before that, they had just had like 24 or 48, I mean, long time. I think it was more like 48 hours of constant fighting, trying to hold this one
I can imagine
place because they were waiting for somebody else to come or something. I can't remember, but it's like they were fighting valiantly, you know, to try to keep hold of that place. And so they actually did it. And so they were still trying to hold on, but the guy that was on night watch, you could tell, the commander could tell he was like on his last leg, right? He was exhausted. And so was the commander too.
Of course. Oh my gosh.
And he was wounded. You were wounded and you didn't tell anybody because the supplies and the medication and all that were so low that you didn't want to take away from your men.
Oh.
So, and you felt like, well, it was a clean wound. I feel fine kind of thing, right?
Oh.
So
this is making me nervous. I'm sweating over here.
So
he
let the kid go, and then he took watch. Well, he passed out. He was bleeding internally,
yeah, of course.
So he passed out. And whenever he passed out, people came and destroyed. Everybody was killed in the unit, but he survived because they thought he was dead. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's one of the things. It's like, oh my God, if I go to sleep, something really bad's going to happen. And then living with that guilt, right?
Yeah.
But the intent, you always have to look at the intent. You did not intend for that to happen. You didn't intend for you to pass out. You were doing this out of the kindness of your heart and, to have your people regroup. So, so that's one of the things you let go. Just let go. Been there, done that. You don't have to have it in this lifetime.
And I just wanted to say too that if you think about it, it's actually really a strength because somebody had to be in that position, and it just sounds like he's the kind of soul that said I'll do it.
Yeah.
So that one of these other souls, which ended up being your men, wasn't going to be the one that have to live with that guilt.
But you don't have to have that in this lifetime.
Yes.
You don't have, you're not going to miss anything. You're not going to, bad things aren't going to happen. Well, bad things do happen. You can't say that.
Right.
But you didn't chart to do anything willful to hurt another person in this lifetime. So you have to go with that.
Exactly.
I always say intent.
Yeah, and I really see that as a strength. I do, because he's the one that had to live on with it.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes an amazing amount of strength to have to process how he felt about
Right.
that, which was not your fault.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't.
And that's one of the ones that was like, okay, not your fault. Let it go. Here's another one that you had. And this was in ancient times, like Aborigine. So it was in Australia somewhere. And he was like one of the cosmic healers. No, there was a cosmic event that was happening, and he was one of the healers that was there. And he had to be part of the ritual, right? So there was a ritual. There was like 5 or 6 people, and they each were given something to drink to help them to be able to
induce the vision.
The vision and whatever this cosmic event was happening, to get the messages and things like that. Well, whatever they gave him was too strong for his constitution, because he actually didn't even need that stuff.
Oh.
He didn't need it.
Okay.
It was like he was already so evolved he could take himself there, right? But he was trying to fit in.
I see.
So that's another thing, that you want to release and let go. You be you always. So he fell asleep. He was knocked out.
I see.
So he didn't get to attend the ritual.
Oh.
And he was the most powerful one there.
Oh, wow.
And they ridiculed him. They banished him from. So that's another thing.
He can't get a break.
Well, he will in this life.
Then.
Yeah. So that's why, there's that. Okay, I'm missing. I'm going to miss something important. So that's on top of the military one.
Yeah. And like Vera just said, you've already experienced that.
Been there, done that.
So now it's your turn to experience the, whether it's the success, the acknowledgement, the whatever it is that you didn't get in those lives.
And look at you. You're back in life. Look at how strong you are.
Yes.
It's so that you can change this around and work through it, so you don't have to do it again. So there you go. Let those go and then see how it works out.
Yeah, because now that he knows, now that you know that you, in that lifetime, you were so open and so spiritual and involved, you still are that now. So you can still have that experience. Whatever you missed in that lifetime, you can have that now, just in your meditation or what have you.
Exactly. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Marge Simpson.
Okay. I'm going to start reading again. All right.
I mean, I guess I should have read it before I laughed. Is it something bad?
Oh.
Because Sammy said, sorry, Nana. I don't want to read it because it looks weird reading.
Yeah, right.
Oh, she's almost done with it. Oh, thank God. Okay, good. That's good.
Okay. Vera, was there anything else that we wanted to share?
No, that's it. That's all I have. So please subscribe if you want your questions hopefully answered.
And we're not having a candlelight chat later today, but we are going to have a tarot crystal angel pull later on.
Yeah.
Yes. And podcast too?
I don't know. Should we do a podcast?
Not sure.
Sure, why not?
Okay. So by tonight, we plan to have a new podcast on our website as well.
Yeah.
The one that's on there from this last week is the Crystal of the Week. A crystal message.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you didn't get a chance to hear that, you can check it out at soulenlightenment.com.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. Yes, thank you so much for joining us today. This was a lot of fun to be together. Love it. And I feel like we just got back from a war. From,
in a farm.
Ancient, the potatoes. Very cool to travel together in this little time.
And it's so interesting because the good people are the one that keep the shame and the guilt.
I know.
Where
it's true.
Other people that don't care, they don't care. So it's really, that's why we should let it go, because it's, that's the intent of what we were trying to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. right after this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It is the hardest, but you can do it, right? You can do it. That's why we have that challenge. To test our soul. Yeah.
That's awesome. It's an awesome opportunity. Sometimes we're in it wears on our soul a little bit, right?
And plus, she's an Aries, isn't she? Roxanne. Go through everybody, all the kids, right?
That's funny. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, we love
James,
you.
I've been thinking about you.
Oh, hi, James.
Yeah. I was going, where the heck have you been?
Yeah. Well, he just got here. Now we're
No,
going
we
off.
can't leave.
Sorry. Yeah, really.
Oh my gosh.
Aw.
Well, it was very
Yeah.
nice to see your face, to see your name. I can't wait till we see faces.
I know.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
It won't be long.
No.
Technology is catching up with our.
Good. It's
our
always good to
dreams.
work on things, right? All right. Excellent.
All right. We love you all.
Yeah.
Have a great day and a great week. And Vera?
Journey with us.